Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the first hour, your one-stop shop for all your gaming news. X, what do you have for us today?
A couple new things. We've got the Mortal Kombat release. A little bit of interesting things going on with the Switch version. We've got the big FTC Microsoft leak. There's a lot of information in there about Microsoft and their future plans. Um, and then Marvel Avengers delisting. I have that as well.
Okay. All right. And I'm guessing, Huey, you have a bunch of cliff notes.
Yeah, I have some notes that I'll introduce later on as the conversation flows. I'll add in some notes as well.
Okay. Well, we can start off with Xbox's massive leak.
Okay.
Um, Apparently, the FTC made sure that they blamed Xbox
Oh
first
yeah, they were
and
like,
said it was all.
this was not our fault.
Yeah. Um, they made sure to clarify that immediately.
Yeah, they're like, no,
Uh,
no lawsuits for us.
exactly. Uh, and it's just a lot of stuff that they were just they plan to do. Apparently, Elder Scrolls 6 is supposed to be a exclusive. Um, did you see that?
No, I didn't see that part. I saw that they listed it as a future game, but
Yeah. So it was on Bethesda's like list as far as potential like releases. This was
mm-hmm.
before Microsoft acquired them. They acquired their parent company, ZeniMax Media,
Right.
and it was just on their list before they were even bought out. But uh, but yeah, I don't know how I feel about. I mean, I obviously get to play it, but these major games like this, and it's an exclusive. Hmm, it just seems like some wasted money a little bit.
I think
What
they're
do y'all
trying
think
to
about
compete.
exclusives?
I think they're just trying to compete with PlayStation at this time because I mean, if you think about first party like exclusives, PlayStation still has Xbox beat. So
Yeah, that's true.
I guarantee that's the reason why they're considering that. I mean,
Yeah, that's true.
I can't think of an
What up?
Xbox only game right now at the top of my mind that I'm like, oh yeah, I really want to buy an Xbox specifically for that. So
True. Like, I don't think I've ever thought about an Xbox game
so
that I'm like, you know what? I could definitely switch a console for this.
maybe that'll be their game. Who knows?
True. What else did you have
Oh, they had the new controller. Did you see that?
for Xbox?
Yeah, in the
Oh, I
leak.
didn't see that.
No, here,
Nope.
I'll shoot it over to you. But it's basically it's got like a two tone design.
Hmm. Are those grips at the bottom?
I don't know. I can't tell if it looks textured at the very least. I mean, the
Yeah,
rest is like a
exactly.
smooth, shiny plastic, and that at the very bottom is at least textured or like stippled or something like that.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, it has the direct to cloud. So this, I don't know if you did Stadia at all, Google Stadia, but they did the same thing for their service, where the controller itself connects to the cloud. So you like reduce some of that input delay that you can normally get.
Oh, okay.
So it seems like that might be. I mean, and some other parts of the leak shows that they're interested in going into the, or I guess going further into cloud gaming. Um,
And this cloud gaming, this is just like basically an online server that you just like you're plugging into and
yes,
just playing the game straight from the internet.
yes,
Oh, okay. I
yep,
was just making sure.
yep. That's one of the.
Um,
I mean, that's one of the big things. That was literally the only focus of Stadia. But the problem with Stadia was their business model. So we'll see if Microsoft can do it better. Because in Stadia, you couldn't like own the game already and then just stream it from the cloud or something. You have to repurchase it and then stream it solely through Stadia.
yeah, that's not gonna. And
So
first, there are a new console coming onto this on the scene, and you do stuff like that.
right,
Um, yeah,
but
they.
if Microsoft can do it like on Game Pass, include some cloud games up there, then I mean I don't see why that wouldn't get more attention.
Yeah.
They're even talking about having like a kind of hybrid console where it's like or hybrid play where some of it is on the cloud and some of it's done on the device. Like the work is split between the two. So that could be interesting as well.
Mm.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
I
it's
wonder
got
how that
Bluetooth.
would. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really sure. I've never played anything that way, so and I don't know what part of the processing they would split. You know.
Yeah. Exactly.
But they have a rechargeable, swappable battery. I appreciate that. It says modular thumbsticks, so I don't know if that means they're gonna have like removable stuff, like on the what was the new PlayStation controller
Uh.
called? I can't
Man,
remember.
I don't forgot.
But that
Yeah.
one where you could swap out the sticks, I don't know if they're gonna have
Like
that.
similar to like a scuff controller,
Yeah,
basically.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because it says modular thumbsticks improve longevity, so I don't know if it also just means you can just swap them out, or if they have like Hall effect sensors instead of the typical sensors in them.
Yeah. And I've also wondered like why haven't these major companies got into like making their controllers similar to scuff? Because I can't. I mean, I love those scuff controllers that I have, and it has that texture back. And I've gotten so used to that now when I hold a regular controller, I'm like, man, this thing is it's so slippery. It feels like I really don't have a grip on the controller
Right.
as good as I would with like just a little bit of texture on the back. And I don't know why. I mean, PlayStation hasn't or Xbox hasn't really got into this deep beforehand because I'm like, you know how much money there is into
Right.
like customizing your controller. Uh, but yeah,
Well, they do.
Fallout 3.
I was gonna say,
What are you gonna say?
Xbox does have their creation controller creation where you can like order a custom controller and you can get their like rubberized grips on the back. I don't know if it's like scuff quality grips, but you can get for extra money the grips on the back.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I'm interested to see what the controller has. It has the haptics as well, like the DualSense advanced haptics.
Yeah,
So
that's one of the things that I was like, I don't know if that's gonna make a big difference in the way I play, but man, it definitely
I
it
really
changes the experience.
it does, but I think it really depends on the game too, because and
Yeah, that's true.
how they implement it. Because sometimes it annoys me more than like immerses me.
Yes.
So you can definitely have some times where I'm like, I just want a nice clean trigger pull, but now they made it so that because I'm holding this gun, it feels like I'm pressing like I don't know pudding down or something. It feels weird.
Yeah, exactly. And I think Rainbow Six Siege had that where it was cool for like the first time where you can actually pull like the trigger down and you can kind of like feel the tension of the actual trigger on the gun.
Right,
But it kind of messed you up because in like I mean it's one of those games where you need to be fast on the trigger
right.
and like your muscle memory is just about pulling and then you got this extra resistance. I mean it really I took it off like for instances like that.
Yeah, that's what I said. It
But
depends on the game, but as long as you can turn it off, I mean, I feel like there's no problem with including it. Definitely is
yeah,
really cool for other games. You can like, I don't know, just feeling the surfaces you're walking on or anything like that. It's interesting.
yeah.
But they had
You got
oh go ahead.
I was saying Fallout 3 and Elder Scrolls 4
Yeah, Fallout
apparently
3
getting
remastered.
remastered.
Yeah. I'm interested to
I'm interested in
see
seeing that Fallout 3.
yeah, I want to see how much of a remaster we're talking here.
Yeah, exactly. This is gonna be like from the ground up.
Yeah,
Like,
or is it just like Skyrim special edition with like a few
yeah.
extra textures or something?
I mean, I'm also interested in playing Oblivion because I didn't get into Skyrim. I didn't get
Until
into Elder Scrolls
until
until
Skyrim,
Skyrim.
right? Same here.
Yeah. So I would like to see like a Oblivion remade.
Right, I agree.
Um, Xbox is releasing their next console 2028 apparently.
And then they
Um,
have a mid-gen refresh, right?
yeah, that
That's the
too.
tube.
How, the tube?
Yeah, it's like a
Oh, is
cylinder.
that? Oh,
It's the
yeah,
cylinder
I
one.
did see that.
There's not
Um,
any real like performance increases, but it's just like a refresh, like a kind of PlayStation Slim kind of thing. They give you extra storage. Um, but this one's gonna be only discless, at least so far, I believe.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm looking here. It says the Series X will have 2 terabytes of storage and 16 gigabytes of RAM.
Yeah.
And then the Series S will have 10 gigabytes of RAM. So they're going to be released. Series S will be released in August 2024, and your Series X will be in October.
Okay.
So shortly after.
Oh, they
See that Phil? Go ahead.
no. I was just gonna say they also Dishonored 3 was another big game that was up there. I'm interested in playing
Oh yeah, I did hear about that.
because for a
Um,
while I believe they weren't. I mean, it seemed like they had moved on from Dishonored.
yeah, I mean I haven't heard anything since the second one.
What was the game
I
that
was
they
back on
made?
PlayStation 4.
Uh, what was the game the studio did after that? The one where you loop in time was Deathloop. Didn't they do Deathloop?
Did they?
Yeah, I believe that
Is
was
that made
just
by Arcane? I think that's
yeah,
what it is.
Arcane, same studio.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I'm interested to see them to go
Uh,
back to something that they're more like used to.
yeah. Uh, Phil Spencer wants Microsoft to buy Nintendo.
Yeah,
Um, that I don't ever see that happening.
it is not going to happen, but man, would I love to for it to happen.
True, man. Like
Imagine Nintendo games just be able to play it on PC. It'd be great,
exactly like Super Smash Brothers. Like I'm literally about to sell my Nintendo because I don't my Switch because I don't use it.
right?
Um, I see that as basically just like a party console. We get a group of people together and then you can just like mess around. But I do not use. I don't pick that thing up at all.
Right.
But it would be great to have so Nintendo would come to like you could play their games online with some type of cloud system,
Yeah,
something.
or I wish they would do like PlayStation, where like maybe like a year later they release one of their like first party games to PC or port it out to
Yeah,
other
exactly.
consoles. That would,
I
I
didn't
mean, people
realize
would
just
buy
how
that.
stingy they are.
People would eat that up. Like, I would buy that.
Yes, bro.
But
Yes,
instead, I will just, I mean, emulate if I really wanted to play. So
exactly. I'm about to
just
say
get
the
an
Steam Deck can
emulator.
do it all.
Yeah.
I ain't lying.
So
Because I have Super Mario World already on there.
right, and they are. I mean, I understand you want to sell your console, but I mean, I feel like the market's there
Yeah.
for them to be able to push at least into PC ports or something.
But the fact is, it feels like Nintendo doesn't really like it's a console, but it's not like at the levels of like a PlayStation 5 and Xbox.
Oh no, of course not.
Like it's kind of like they're like riding this weird like wave of like, oh, we don't want to get too deep in there. Like as far as like giving you like I don't know. I mean the Wii was, real popular. But like they're more focused on like physical activities and keeping like those main IPs like Zelda and Mario. But I really want them to make a powerful console. Um, I don't know when that will ever happen.
I think they. I believe I read that the next Switch is supposed to hit like PlayStation 4 level performance. I believe.
Really?
I mean, that's pretty good for a handheld, but
Yeah, that's true.
but I mean, we've seen that. I feel like they really do need to release a new one at this point. It's pretty old, and that kind of
Yes.
segues into Mortal Kombat One.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, Huey, can you look up when the Switch came out? Just let us know.
Sure.
But yeah, that Mortal Kombat. What'd you
Yeah,
say, Huey?
I said sure.
Oh, okay. But yeah, oh my, bruh. Why was that released on standard
So
hardware?
the Nintendo Switch was officially released on the 3rd of March 2017.
oh wow.
Yeah, Jesus. Yeah, it's about time they upgrade.
Yeah, I mean, just
Uh,
looking at some of these graphics comparison, look at the reptile.
bro,
He's got
it
that
it
smooth skin on the other one.
I
It
ain't
looks like
lying.
some kind of weird, like newt or I don't know, some kind of weird creature. No texture to the skin. It just
Yeah,
it's crazy how different. And the thing is, they even turn off facial animations, so there's just like
so they just stuck in there.
stone faced people looking at you. It just does not look good. Like you don't get little facial expressions and stuff. Everything's turned off or tuned down in order to work for this, I guess.
Yeah, one of the guys said that the performance was so bad it was kind of like he was dropping connection when playing online,
Right.
but he was just playing single player. Like it was making him drop combos because of how bad it was.
I mean,
Like,
just look at some of the comparison photos I sent earlier. This is between Xbox Series X and Switch, and just the face detail. There's no blood. The teeth look like chiclets or some kind of
yeah,
candy. The hair
it's
zero
nightmare
detail.
fuel.
It's horrible. There's like no shading or shadows on the face. It's just all well lit. It looks weird. That kind of brings
Nobody
me.
quality tested this.
Well, they say they're gonna fix it, but I guess that brings me to the question of, do you even think this should have been released on Switch?
No,
Because yeah, I don't.
absolutely.
For
Other than
$70,
cloud,
yeah,
$70. No,
it's $70 on Switch for it. I'm okay with, okay, maybe your performance isn't good. Maybe you can only do the 30 FPS mode, but this is insane how different they are,
I mean, why?
and it still
They should have
performs
just made it
poorly.
cloud.
Yeah, yeah. It still performs poorly even after all of those changes in the graphics. So yeah, I feel like this is a cyberpunk situation. Honestly, just don't release on certain
Yes, don't
consoles.
swear.
Stick to what you know it runs well on, and
Exactly.
yeah, because this
This
is
is why I was telling people when I saw Cyberpunk, when I saw that trailer, like the gameplay, I was like, oh, this isn't going to do well on console. This
yeah,
PlayStation is already 10 years old at this point.
right,
There's no way. And what happened? Exactly what I said. I got a PC knowing that that game was not going to do well
right.
uh, on
No,
the standard hardware.
it just, I don't think it should have been released. I don't think there's anything they can do to salvage it if it already performs poorly. And even if somehow they do come back, I'm just tired of games releasing in such bad
Same.
states.
And then expecting you to buy it because people have spent their money on this.
Right.
Expecting to get, I'm pretty sure a lot of people did not expect it to be this bad. I'm pretty sure a lot of people were excited to have Mortal Kombat, they can portable.
Right. Well,
Um,
even some of the promotional materials for the Switch showed, like the trailer showed gameplay from a PC or some other console and not the Switch. So you couldn't even tell like a good representation of what it would have looked like before you buy it, unless you looked at
that's
reviews.
that's crazy to me.
Yeah. That's another thing that
Um,
gets old when you see gameplay of something and you find out it's on the highest end PC they could muster. In reality, the console or whatever that they release it on can't handle it.
yeah,
But
man,
yeah,
I hope these AAA studios start to learn, man. Because I mean, aren't y'all tired of being dragged online? Like really?
didn't you have something? I was talking about bad releases. Did you have any notes for Payday?
So yeah, so oh my god, yeah. So we do have some pros. They did, you know, the pros that I saw were mostly based like on immersion. And the guy
Mm-hmm.
said the environment feels more alive. Cars are driving around. People are talking to one another. Uh, Stealth has been improved, which is like the main way I like to play most of my games, if it's an option.
Right.
And another thing is like you don't fail instantly when spotted. So apparently there's like some kind of like grace period where you can down the person before they alert everybody else, which also I do like.
Yeah, I like that.
Um, yeah, and they said the graphics are improved, also the weapon feel and sound, which is great. But we get into the cons. You need an online connection. You need to be on the internet to be able to play. Period. Um,
Right. You have to queue for a single player game.
yes, that is insane. And I was reading in the comments, and one guy said he was queuing for 20 minutes just to play by himself.
Yeah, play with bots. Queue. The bots are on hold right now. You gotta, you gotta wait. It's
And
like a limited supply of bots. You gotta wait in queue until they're available again.
yeah,
Now
one guy was just,
the servers are just a nightmare. I mean, it seems like
yeah.
everyone was struggling to play. So
And they've been down for like, well, last time I checked, they were down for 2 days. like after launch. So technically, the game is unplayable after launch.
Right, completely unplayable because that includes
Yeah,
single player,
exactly. Yeah, exactly. So you couldn't even enjoy the game offline.
which we know why
Um,
they do this always online. It's for DRM as usual.
yeah,
There's
true.
no benefit to always being online for a single player.
Exactly.
At least not
Um,
forced. You should be able to have that option if maybe there's some kind of achievement system or I don't know.
exactly. But
But
I don't understand. Why not just have single player and multiplayer? I don't
I
understand that.
I don't know. I think
Like,
this it it surprised me that it released like as if it's a completed game. I feel like it feels like an early access
yeah, I feel like it should have just released as that,
because
like
if you
months
set
ahead.
expectations properly, and then that gives you time to work out all the nonsense, and then you can get feedback for your always online nonsense and realize that it was a dumb idea.
Yep.
And then when you actually
Some
release, everyone will be happy instead of you sending out mostly negative
exactly.
reviews.
Because I mean, this game, I mean, it's really just robbing banks and stuff. So it's like it's really like I don't want to say niche, but it's just centered on one concept.
Right.
But people still have their expectations at this point of what am I spending my money on? I mean, you're entitled to a complete product regardless of how big the game is. Um, and I guess hopefully these studios start to learn. Um, I found some other like weird things going on like inside the game, like as far as mechanics and like the menu. Um, you can't filter for primary or secondary weapons.
Yeah, they're all in the same
Uh,
pool.
yeah, and so like when you go and click on something, you try to buy something. Um, you don't know if that weapon is just going to be your secondary or your primary. You're just playing a guessing game with your money.
Right.
And you also cannot sell these weapons back, like to try to get a little bit of your cash back. So there's that. And then you have the apparently the leveling system is completely trash because they don't award XP for just completing the heist.
Yes, you only get it
And
for doing the what are they called?
the challenges,
Challenges. Yes, the challenges.
yeah,
So you have to I don't know kill this many enemies with this weapon specifically or something along those lines.
yes. And the XP doesn't scale with difficulty either. So there's no incentive for like trying this on hard or doing anything like that.
Yeah, that's insane. I
Um,
mean,
yeah,
progression
and,
has to be decent. At least, I mean that encourages you to play a game like this over and over again. I mean, like you said,
exactly.
it's just robbing banks. So yes, there's different maps, but the whole point is, I mean, I would assume you improve, you get new weapons, and you go back in and do better next time.
Well, another thing is that when you focus on challenges like that, where it's just get this amount of X amount of kills with this weapon, is people are not going to go into your game with the team play in mind. They're just going in there just to kill as many people just
Right.
so they can rank
They're
this
not
weapon
playing
up
the
or get this.
objective.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they just want to
And
get.
why would
It's the
they?
only way. Yeah, it's the only way they can get experience. So.
Exactly. And instead of not only rewarding XP for like they should reward for team play, doing things if you're within a certain amount of feet of like all your squad,
Right.
like kind of like how Battlefield does when the squad is rewarded for staying together and following orders of the captain. That's how it should be. That's what makes games great. Is when you have a team that's working together towards a common goal. Um, I don't understand the design decision for something like this because I feel like it should be second nature at this point for developers when you're making a four-player co-op game. Um, Especially when you're dealing with randoms, not everybody's going to have friends to play with all the time. And so, if you don't have a system in place to incentivize random people to play together, then they simply won't. Uh, but yeah, uh, they really they really need to do something about that.
Yeah.
I did read an update today that they're looking into removing the always online requirement. Um, They say the studio admits that the game's matchmaking hasn't performed as tested and expected, clearly, but apparently it was some they were using some kind of like third party matchmaking system,
Mm-hmm.
and apparently it was something to do with their it what they didn't expect as many people, or it was just something
They release
their
on Game Pass
expectations
day
were.
one. I mean, what do you?
Yeah, exactly.
I
What
would
did
have.
you expect?
Yeah, I mean, how many? There's a. I think there's millions of Game Pass subscribers at this
Yeah,
point.
absolutely, dude.
You
I would
should
have loved
expect
Game Pass when
interest
I
in
was like a
something like that.
teenager.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I'm working, dead end jobs and I don't have the money to, pay for like a $60 game.
Right.
Absolutely, Game Pass would have been a saving grace for me. Uh, but yeah,
Well, yeah. They.
there's another. Go ahead.
No, you got.
I was just gonna say there was another game that I forgot about that was gonna be always online too, and I could not believe that this developer was the one doing it. But that Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League game, made by Rocksteady, is gonna be you're gonna have to be online to play.
Yeah.
You be serious?
Yes,
I don't get it. I don't understand. Like
I
Hitman.
can.
Hitman is only single player game, and that's
Yes,
online as well. I don't. It's
yeah,
frustrating.
exactly. And they also take away your achievements for not doing certain. Like if you're not online, you just simply don't level up and you don't unlock certain things.
Right. Even if you
Like
just
you don't.
disconnect temporarily, you still don't get that.
Exactly. Like no new starting locations, no new weapons, no nothing. Like it's just you're basically punished for not connecting.
Yeah, it's
Um,
crazy.
yeah. Um. I
Oh,
also had. Go ahead.
I was
Sorry, I
just
keep
gonna say,
interrupting
no,
you.
you're good. You're good. I was just gonna say the only other thing I had was Marvel Avengers is getting delisted from all stores September 30th. So if you want it, buy it. It's 90% off. So I mean, it's dirt cheap right now. You'll still be able to play single player and multiplayer. They're going to keep the multiplayer servers going for who knows how long, but they said they're going to keep them going. I mean, it was only I think $3, 350 or something. So I mean, it's really cheap. If you're interested in that kind of game, go for it because it's going to be gone after September 30th.
Yeah, I can honestly say
Is it worth
I
350? Your opinion?
yeah I
Okay.
feel yeah $3.50. Yeah, I believe you'll get if you have friends to play with.
Okay, I
Absolutely.
got you.
Um, because I paid 60, and it's one of those games where the combat is really saving it.
Hmm.
Um, the combat and the skill tree. I did enjoy it. Plus, if you like Marvel, this was also coming off the backs of Endgame.
Right.
So I was, also I'm desperate for, like playing as a superhero. And then obviously when you put Black Panther in there after his death as well. So yeah, I'm more incentivized to play. And I did enjoy it for the time that I have. I'm pretty sure I have over 100 hours in that game.
Okay, nice.
But there were yeah, but there were obviously some problems, like as far as, loot and optimization. It did not really feel like the like legendary loot that you were picking up. It didn't feel like it was, what it was supposed to be. Like the exotics didn't really feel like exotics.
Right.
Um, it didn't really cause any like, changes in combat basically that somebody else would notice. A lot of the times, like when you're playing Division, um, you running around with a weapon people don't recognize, they're gonna ask you about it. It's just not gonna happen in Avengers.
Is it just small stat improvements or something?
Yeah, basically, or it changes the what is the word for it? It changes the behavior of a weapon.
Okay, I got you.
Um, yeah, or it causes like a certain status effect and it boosts like your specials or something like that. Uh, but it's not gonna cause like it's not going to be over the top or anything like that. But
Right.
for $3.50, if you like Marvel and if you like superheroes, I'm pretty sure you'll get plenty of time out of that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Um, only thing I had another thing about Unity is like they're rolling back some aspects of their runtime fee. Um, so they were initially going to charge 20 cents per install if the game passes 200,000 in revenue. Um, let's say over the last 12 months and 200,000 the life to date installs, but they've increased the threshold from 100,000 to 200,000, and they've removed the requirement to use the made with Unity splash screen. So you can take that off, I guess. Um, they've also they what is this? Their new runtime fee will be implemented with their next long time support version of Unity,
Yeah, I feel like
which will
that
be
was one of
shipping.
the
So
most important changes
yeah,
because that gives people
um,
actual time to consider and like learn something
yeah,
new if they want instead of hey, we're backdating from now for all the games you've released now.
yeah, exactly. And on top of that, like it gives people an option because you don't really have to upgrade if you don't
That's
want
true.
to.
Yeah, you can just keep using the old one.
Um, yeah. Um, they say the games that are currently being shipped and projects in development will not be included unless you choose to upgrade.
Yeah,
Um,
that's to me that's the most
and
important change.
yeah, I'm glad they walked that back, but also like you've kind of like broken the trust with your developers at this point.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So
I would
you're
not work
you're
with them.
still gonna, yeah, exactly. You're still gonna lose people after this.
That just proves to me that
Um,
they're willing to make drastic changes or potentially
true.
damaging changes like with basically no notice. So
Yeah.
if they had done
Um,
this same announcement and did what they just did now, where they're like, "Oh, next version, we're gonna start charging," I mean, I don't see a problem with that. It
yeah. If that's all
gives
they
you
had to do
time to
was say
prepare and decide. This
exactly.
won't affect any
Uh,
current games, but in the future, if you decide to update, then now it'll impact it. I mean,
exactly.
it seems fair to me.
And yeah, and you would have like all of that other stuff, where people were panicking. You would have like canceled out all of that.
Right, because it gives you more time to answer questions instead of
Exactly.
panicking to all
Yeah.
the backlash online instead.
Y'all wouldn't have been up till like 10 o'clock at night, posting stuff.
Right.
It also said if you are subject to the fee, you have a choice of either a 2.5% revenue share or the calculated amount based on the number of new people engaging with your game each month.
Okay.
And it said you will always be billed the lesser amount. So
Okay.
you guys still messed it up. So yeah. All right. Well, Huey, what do you have for us? What are the cliff notes? What trailers are coming out? What games are on the horizon?
Well, this is just breaking news. It just came as of yesterday evening. So technically for me it's Thursday, but for you it's Wednesday. So it just came as of today in American time zone. Um, Jim Ryan from PlayStation is stepping down after nearly 30 years at Sony Entertainment, Sony Interactive Entertainment. So he'll be stepping down spring 2024.
And what was his name?
Jim Ryan.
Oh, okay. I haven't heard of him.
You never heard of
Go
him?
ahead. Mm-mm.
Never seen any like PlayStation events?
I have, but
Like he,
I mean, if you probably, I didn't associate his name with anything. So pretty sure I have saw him. I just didn't know his name.
oh, okay. All right. Also, Spider-Man 2 has gone gold, so meaning the core development of the game is done and the game is ready to be shipped out.
Okay,
I'm
nice.
excited for that. I have avoided all trailers, all gameplay. It just surprised me.
That's
Games like
surprising
that, I
because
don't
I
watch
watched
nothing.
because there's only gaming events that's happened, so there's been like a massive reveal of the trailer.
Yeah, I know.
I'm
I
surprised you
trust me.
avoid
I've
it.
been dodging everything. Yeah. Unfortunately, the internet will ruin just about anything for you. Anime, movies, games, spoilers are everywhere. That's why I try to stay off. Like when games are starting to pop up.
Also, there has been also the release of the new iPhone 15, 15 Pro, Pro Max.
Yeah, I'm
Do any of
seeing
you
some heat news going on.
do any of you plan on getting a new iPhone?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
They finally got USB C.
Yeah, finally, after all these years.
I think it's
I
funny because
pre-ordered.
Man,
So I'm currently on the 12 Pro Max. I pre-ordered the 15 Pro Max. It's supposed to come within the next 2 weeks. I'm looking forward to it, but then I'm getting worried because I've seen a lot of videos on Twitter about people complaining about the 15 Pro Max, about the temperature of the phone being too hot.
yeah, I was saying it looks like it's having some heat issues, but some people are reporting like it just gets slightly warm. Other people saying they had to take it off their ear because it's getting so hot.
And also yeah, and also flickering of the screen. This is not helpful. I know. Fortunately, I've bought insurance, so it covers anything like this. But I don't want to hear this like while my phone is in transit. It's horrible.
how much did it cost?
So for me, so including insurance is £80 a month.
Oh, okay. No, I want to know total price. I don't none of this monthly stuff. How much is the phone outright?
Uh,
That's how they get you.
I guarantee it's
what
like
the,
$1,100, 1,200, depending on which, how
I
much
said,
storage
I
you
said,
get.
I say at least £1,200
Yo.
Yeah,
for the entire contract.
yeah.
He was like, I don't have PC money. Buy his iPhone 15.
No, that's different because it's paying monthly. I wouldn't pay for PC monthly.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah, you could. You definitely could. And it could be
I know,
paid
but
off in a year depending on how much money. I mean, it sounds like you got a good paying job, so it wouldn't take you long.
And it won't
no, I'll stick
overheat.
to PlayStation.
Oh my gosh.
Huey,
I
it's
have to
okay
admit,
to be on a PC.
I know I've been stuck to PlayStation for like for
Brother, it
over.
is okay to have a PlayStation and a
You can
PC.
have both.
I I love PlayStation. Guarantee you, I love PlayStation. I've never owned an Xbox in my life. Um, but PC is necessary. PC and PlayStation. The only reason you don't need an Xbox is if you have the PC, you get access to Steam and all their whole list, Epic Games, their whole list, and I mean Epic Games is just a launcher, but they do have some good deals.
Yeah, they get free games
Uh,
out.
yeah, and Game Pass, which is Xbox,
Okay,
but also modding like a game, after waiting for it comes out after a while is absolutely the best thing about PC that I've enjoyed anyway. Is taking a game and just changing slight things just to immerse yourself more. That's what I usually look for in mods. That's why I told you it's definitely better to play Cyberpunk on a PC because it looks incredible. Um, but we'll be waiting.
you have to wait at least a couple more years for that to happen.
Well, when your iPhone 15 overheats and burns your ear, turn it back in.
Don't wish that on me. I don't wish that on me. I
Turn
don't
it
want it to
back in and
overheat.
get the PC.
I ain't lying.
um, Also, the Tokyo Game Show. Sorry, it's a game event. It was held. It took place Thursday 21st of September, and ended on the Sunday 24th. Did any of you watch the game show?
No, I didn't.
I did not.
What do they
So
have there?
basically, so they showcased Dragon's Dogma 2,
Oh yeah,
I
I'm
Apollo
haven't seen
excited
Justice
that.
about
Ace,
that.
Apollo Justice Ace Attorney, um, Exo Primal, Monster Hunter, Street Fighter 6, um, and that's pretty much it.
What did you say, Ace Attorney?
So they announced it was called Apollo Justice Ace Attorney Trilogy.
Okay.
So it'll be launching on Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Windows, and PC via stream on January 25th, 2024.
Okay. Yeah, I played the first one, and I played part of the second one.
Yeah, so the content for Apollo Justice Ace Attorney will include previously released DLCs for the games in the collection, such as costume packs and special episodes that will be included as part of the trilogy.
Mm, I've never played those games.
I enjoy
Is it
them.
kind of like
It's
just a narrative?
yeah, yeah, like a crime visual novel kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I guess
Right.
I forgot
Also,
one thing though. Sorry, Huey. I just wanted to mention the MetaQuest 3 comes out October 10th.
MetaQuest.
The
The
VR headset.
VR?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to sell mine. I don't even use it.
What?
Yep. Don't
I'm
even use
interested.
it.
Anyway, is there anything else you had, Huey? Sorry.
oh yeah, just one more topic. So the headline is Battlefield takes priority as Need for Speed developer Criterion Games has joined them.
Oh, here we go.
But
They said the same thing about the last time over, putting everybody on Battlefield. Well, look where they got. Look where they got us.
it says
Oh,
a small part of the team, will continue to support Need for Speed and explore some options for the racing series future. But it's clear that Battlefield will be the main priority for the studio in the next couple of years.
I'm letting you know right now, Need for Speed is dead right now as we're talking.
Wait, you
Letting
talking
you know
about
right now.
Unbound? Is that what the most
Yes,
recent one was?
yes. I have bought every car, not every car, but I've the game for like the first 2 or 3 months. Um, when you get into an online race, everybody was driving the Koenigsegg Regera, and this car is so broken that even if you were to race a perfect race on the highway, um, he could crash multiple times. Does not matter, and you could have a perfect game. Hey, that car is so fast; it'll close the gap within like seconds, and he could. You just your odds of winning are very very low. Um, and also, what else was I gonna say? The races themselves, like say, okay, somebody beats you on a highway race with a Regera, fine. That's what I would assume what would happen with a car that has only one gear, basically.
Mm-hmm.
But it would be nice if you had a more variety of races that you could still race supercars on, because then it wouldn't really cater to the Regera's top speed. It would be more about acceleration and actual driving. But when all of the S plus, what they call races, are highway races and like long stretches of road, nobody's going to be able to keep up with that car. So that's for the first 3 months. Just expect to be second place if you're not driving that car.
Wow.
Yeah, and on top of that, the grind to actually get that car it's insane too. It's nowhere like it used to be. Like if you were playing Need for Speed Heat. What I did like about Need for Speed Heat is the more people that were playing with you, the amount of money you can make on a race would go up. So you can make up to, I think I remember, like $76,000 a race. And I mean, with that kind of money and a couple of hours, you can buy like 2 or 3 cars at that point, which I did. I'm pretty sure I bought every single car that they had and tried it out. It's not the same on Unbound. Um, they really dropped the ball on that game, and they definitely dropped the ball on Battlefield. Don't even get me started. Uh,
So they're saying all hands on deck for Battlefield. Is that what they're saying?
Pretty much more support for Battlefield.
say what?
Pretty much, it's some of that article is just more support towards Battlefield
Okay.
2042.
I'm gonna let you know right now. If they come out with that Battlefield and if they make that a hero shooter, like they were intending this last one to be, I guarantee you that game is gonna flop because the community is tired at this point.
Do you mean the next
Guarantee.
upcoming installment?
Yeah, their next game, because they got Vince Pella, who was overseeing Apex Legends, I think, and they got some other veteran for FPS. So I am interested in seeing what the next Battlefield is going to look like. But if it's anything like this last one, where they have specialists or anything like that, instead of like the core engineer, assault medic, and recon, I'm done. Like I just can't take that anymore. I'll be on Helldivers for the year.
And they stated what time period the next Battlefield will be set in.
They haven't. I was pretty excited for this Battlefield previously because they were going back to modern combat. Their last two Battlefields before that one were all like I think it was World War One and World War Two. So everybody was excited for like basically like a revamp of Battlefield 4. That's what we were expecting, and that's also what the trailer hinted at. Something along those lines, except more futuristic. No, it's not what we got. That game was so broken at launch.
Battlefield 2077 is the next one.
Oh, God.
Whenever the medic comes to revive you, it's just Keanu saying, "Wake up, samurai."
Swear to God.
I do hope they add a campaign because I did the previous Battlefields I enjoyed. They had great campaigns.
I forgot all about that they were working on that campaign. At this point, you need to let that game die.
No,
I'm not even joking.
I don't think I've ever played a Battlefield campaign. I played more COD campaigns back in the day.
For me, well, this is my personal favorite. The Battlefield 2 Bad Company was my favorite campaign.
Excellent game.
In the series.
Battlefield
That's my favorite.
too. But yeah, Bad Company was like the best. What else? Anything else you got?
No, that's it for me.
Anything else, Huey? Do you have any more cliff notes?
No, that's pretty much it. They did. They announced the PlayStation Plus October game.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Callisto Protocol.
One of them will be the yeah.
And what else? Can't remember.
What else was there, Huey? Oh, it's like dead quiet for a second. I'm like, did we lose him?
So it was the Callisto Protocol, Weird West, and Farming Simulator 22.
Hey.
I will definitely be playing Callisto Protocol, even though I really haven't heard any good things about it.
Well, I'm glad it's been added because it was on my wish list for a while.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, Farming Simulator is the one interesting me the most out of those.
Is that co-op?
I think so. Yeah, I played one of the older Farming Sim games. It was co-op.
Yeah. Grab my overalls, no t-shirt underneath.
Well, at least the PlayStation Plus for October is way better than the September one.
Say again.
I say at least they're making it somewhat of an improvement.
Wow. Okay.
Because if they've increased the price, they need to start adding more games to PlayStation Plus, and also I hope October and for the future months to actually put on better games because they need to actually prove it's well worth the price increase for PlayStation Plus.
I don't know if they're gonna be able to do that for me. I don't think it's gonna be
Well,
enough.
they have to.
I'm saying for me personally, I don't think it's gonna be enough for me. I mean, Epic gives away free games like every other week.
Yeah,
and
true.
I don't pay them anything.
Yep.
I'm just saying that. Yeah. I know. I'm just saying because if they increase the price, like now is the time they need to start actually showing us why the price increase is worth it for gamers that play PlayStation. Otherwise, I'm not being dramatic, but they may lose potential sales.
I'm telling you
in
right
regards
now,
to PlayStation Plus.
They've lost me. I'm not paying after my year runs out. I am not paying for the new price unless there's like a Black Friday deal or something.
There was a Black Friday deal last year for PlayStation Plus.
Yeah, but is it just going to go back to the pre-price hike price or what?
I have no idea.
Exactly.
I have no idea. I'm just waiting to see what happens on Black Friday.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm always on PlayStation, so it won't bother me. Plus, I've canceled all my other subscriptions. So, this will be the only one I have. Plus, like one TV service that I use. But other than that, you know, that's it for me. I'm wondering because I pay monthly. I'm wondering what that's going to go up to.
I think monthly stays the same. Yeah,
I just pay every.
Oh, it does.
one of
Yeah,
them stayed the same. I think it was the annual that increased.
Oh, okay. But I
and
was
a free
thinking
month
like
one.
if the
I pay,
annual increased, then the monthly would too. I was thinking.
the free month stay the same as well. That's why I pay every 3 months because the price stays the same.
Hmm.
It's, I mean, because it's more expensive to pay monthly than the annual. That's why.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah, but
supposed to
after
get
this
like
new,
the deal where if you buy 12 months, it's a cheaper price, but now it's like a not as great cheaper
Yeah.
price.
Exactly. All right. Well, appreciate you guys coming out.
Yeah.
Appreciate you guys for listening.
Follow for the
All
PC
right.
giveaway.
Oh my
it's
God.
like,
Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe. Get us to 5 subscribers. Wait, I think we're at 7.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
go.
we're at
10.
7. Yeah.
We get our
We're
YouTube
on the
play
come
button.
up, boys.
oh my god.
Thank you guys. Hit that like button, subscribe. Goodbye, guys.